Hello everyone, welcome back to our aptitude sessions. And in today's topic, we will be winding up the series topic, which has been going on for past few days. I think probably past three sessions were on series, and today will be the last topic. We'll also be covering up or winding up with all the topics that are related to series that can include analogies or patterns or sequences that appear in analogy and also alphabet query. Okay, that is also part of your sequence and series. So we will look into it one by one. So yeah, we have a few more types of number series to be discussed. One is a combination of series. Okay, so it can have multiple series. Maybe the first, second, and third term are related, or maybe the first, second terms are related. It could be in pairs. The first and second are related, third and fourth are related, and so on. Sometimes first, third, fifth, all the odd number spaces are related. Terms of the even number spaces could be related, and so on. Let's see what happens or how it is by solving these examples. So the first question here, we have 2, 6, 10, 3, 9, 13, 4, 12. And you have to find out the next number that appears in the series. So anybody figured out how it works?
15,
I didn't hear you.
15.
1, 5.
Yes, 1, 5.
No, you're almost close, but it is not. But Nimisha, could you just explain how did you get 1, 5, 15?
I thought it would be multiples of 3. 3 into 2, 3 into 3, 3 into 4, 3 into 5.
But how come then 10, 13? These are not multiples of 3.
Okay.
Yeah, so any other answer? Okay, so we'll start solving this question. All right, so let us take 2. 2 into 3 is 6, and 6 plus 4 is 10. So you multiply by 3, and whatever product you get, that will be your second term, and you add 4 to the product or the second term, that will become your third term. So you have a series which is of three-term combination. So after 2, the next number is 3. Now try the logic. 3 into 3, that is 9. And 9 plus 4, that is 13. Uh, hope it is fitting in. Right. Now try the next number. 4. 4 into 3 is 12. So the next answer should be 12 plus 4. So what will be
16.
the answer? Right. The answer should be 16. So this series is fine with all of you. Hope all of you figured out the relation.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how about others? Everybody are fine with that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. So if you all are done, we'll move to the next one. Yeah. So the next question. Again, anybody figured out the pattern or the series here?
Ma'am, I have one doubt in the second
Mm-hmm.
question. Like 1 into 1
Ah,
plus 1, 2
okay. So the
into
number,
2
huh,
plus 2,
okay.
increasing series, multiplied and increased by 1. I think that, ma'am.
Okay, I'm happy you figured it out. It is absolutely correct. It is true. So let's try it here. So 1 into what is it's the term 1. Okay, so the first term. So you're multiplying with the term. The number given with the term gives you 1. You add plus 1, you get 2. And this 2 is nothing but your second term here. Now you take the second term, multiply by the place of the term. So it is a second term. It is in the second place. So 2. You get 4. And here it is an increasing order. So you multiply it by, you add 2 to it. Here you added 1, here you're adding 2. You get 6. So here you have your third term, that is 6. So 6 into which place it is? 3. That is nothing but the increasing order of the multiples. So 6 into 3, is 18. 18 plus 3, that gives you 21. Similarly, 21 into 4 plus 4. This gives you 88. So your next term should be 88 into 5 plus 5. So what's the answer?
It's 445, ma'am.
Wonderful. The answer is 445. Are all of you clear with this? Any doubts in this one?
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So let's move to the next question. Okay, you have 8, 12, 9, 13, 10, 14. Okay, yes. So could you explain how 11?
The alternate numbers, the continuous series 8, 9, 10, next to 11. Same with other one, 12, 13, 14.
Superb, Nandini, that is correct. You are right. So you have 8, 9, 10. So the next number should have been 11. Similarly, you have 12, 13, 14. The next number should have been 15. So all of you are fine with this one? Third question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Fine. Moving on to the next question that we have. 0, 7, 2, 17, 6, 31, 12, 49, and 20. Anybody figured out something?
Ma'am, I think 7 and 7, 17, 30, when they have a difference of plus 13. They're increased by plus 13.
7 plus 13 is 17. But you're somewhere near. You're somewhere near to it, Sahara. Okay, anybody else figured out, or you have any other pattern you can find here?
0 to 2, difference of 2. 2 to 6, difference of 4. 6 to 12, difference of 6. Like plus 2, plus 2.
Yes. And 12 to 20, difference of
Plus
8.
8.
Right,
Plus 8.
correct. So you have plus 2, plus
Plus 4,
4,
plus 4.
correct, plus 6, and here you had plus 8. But
Plus
your
10.
term, correct. It will be plus 10, but not here. It will be the next but next series. This term will have a difference of plus 10. Because it's all alternating. So here you're supposed to have the next set of alternatives. So here you have plus 10, plus 13. Figure this out?
Yes, ma'am. Got it.
Right. So what will be the difference then? 31 to 49?
Plus 16.
Correct. So your answer should be plus,
19.
right. So what is 49 plus 19?
68.
Correct. I hope all of you are fine with this. You landed up at 68.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if you all are fine with this, we'll go to the next one. So this can be considered as a miscellaneous type of series, or in the category of miscellaneous series. Majorly it will deal with prime numbers, or prime numbers, their square roots, cube roots, uh, sometimes even composite numbers, and so on. Okay. So let us see how it works. So the first example, 9, 25, 49, 121. Figured out
Ma'am.
the relation?
Is it
Yes, ma'am.
169?
You are right, it is 169, but I would like you to explain how it is 169.
Ma'am,
It's
it
the
is 3
square.
square, 5 square, increased by 2, and that is squared.
Okay, is it the same
No.
answer?
No, I think it's the square of prime numbers.
That's wonderful, Nandini. You are right. It is a square of prime numbers. So this is 3 square, this is 5 square, this is 7 square. If you see plus 2, then 7 plus 2 should have been 9. This is not 9 square. This is 11 square because the next prime number after 7 is 11. So the next prime number after 11 should be 13, and 13 square is nothing but 169, and that is your answer. I hope you're fine with this, everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, let's move to the next one. Yeah, 15, 35, 77. Found something?
I think
143.
I have,
Yeah, yeah. You were saying something?
yeah, even I think it's 143.
143. Okay, how 143?
I think 15 will be 3 into 5.
Mm-hmm.
And we're taking 5 as the next digit here. So 35 will be 5 into 7.
Okay,
77 will be 7 into 11. All of these are prime numbers. The next will be 11 into 13.
very good. You are right with the logic. So correct. So the next will be 11 into 13, and the answer is 143.
143.
Ma'am,
all
I didn't.
You didn't understand. Okay, I'll repeat it for you. So what is your first term in the series? 15. So can you write 15 as 3 into 5?
Yes,
Right. And the next term is 35. So
5
you
into
can write,
7.
yeah, as 5 into 7. So did you realize 3 and 5 are prime numbers? 5 and 7 are prime numbers. So after
Yes,
5,
ma'am.
you take the same prime number multiplied with the next prime number. So you get the next term. So now here you ended up with 7. So you take the same prime number. The prime number after 7 is 11. So 7 into 11, 77. So what is the prime number after 11? You continue with
13.
11, but yes, you multiply it with the next one, that is 13. What is 11 into 13? 143.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so anybody else have any confusions or any doubts? You want me to repeat anything again?
No, ma'am.
How about others? Because this is the last
That's
we will be
clear.
dealing with series. Okay. So fine, then we are almost done with series. We are having certain topics that are related to series, which I deliberately postponed to finish up the series topic. So let's move on to them. The topic is analogy. So we left two categories of analogy. One is number analogy, the other is letter analogy. Both these categories we left out deliberately to complete series at the first place. So coming on to number analogy, yes, this is one such example. You could have any sort of relationships just like how you saw in series. All right. You could have probably square numbers, cube numbers, some products and its multiplicands or multipliers, maybe some differences that could be plus or maybe some increasing order, plus or minus of some constant number, plus or minus of some increasing, decreasing number, any such format. Okay. Which is why I wanted to complete the topic of series first before we move on to these categories of analogy. Okay, so let's see if you could figure out this. Might be hard, but still, could you figure this out? Anybody?
Ma'am, for
Yeah, tell me.
582 and 258, I can see
Yeah,
the reverse order of 582. It is reverse of 285. But I can't find an option called 491.
definitely, which means the pattern or the
It is
logic that
not
you followed is
wrong.
not correct. It is wrong.
Huh.
So you have to figure out something else. See, especially when it comes to number series and analytical aptitude, this sort of direct reversing will not work. especially when another number is given here. This symbol means these two are related in some way. This symbol means the next pair has to be related in the same way. So the first two numbers are related in some way. Anybody figured it out?
194 into 3 is 582.
Very good. So 258 should be,
Divided by 3, it might be 82, 86.
so when you divide it by
It's
3, what is the answer?
86. 86.
Superb.
86.
Correct. So the relationship that you figured out was absolutely correct. 194 into 3 is 582. So 86 into 3, that is option B, is your correct answer, is 258. Fine with all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Right. So
Yes,
now
ma'am.
did you understand why we had to leave these topics till we complete series? Because now you're able to answer all of these. Probably when we started directly with analogy, you found it really hard to answer. You all had a complaint saying that it is very confusing, you are not able to figure it out. But now you're able to answer it. So those who were attending the previous sessions, yes, you are able to answer. The others, I highly recommend you guys to start looking out at least from the analogy topics where these topics are going to get covered. Analogy and series topics will cover this entire thing for you all. Okay, good. So we'll move to the next one if you guys are done.
Done.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the next we'll be moving on to letter analogy. So figured out, I think this should be even more easier to figure out if you could figure out the previous ones.
FCH.
FGH, how FGH?
Give me a minute, ma'am.
Sure. So anybody else with the same answer or any other answer?
Should we calculate the difference like D to P? How many digits are there? How many alphabets are there?
Try that way and see if you're landing up in the answer and if that answer is in the given options or not.
There are no options yet. Try it.
That cannot be
I
possible.
think I just
Ma'am,
lost
I
it now.
think it would.
Yeah, somebody wants to answer, please. Okay, so nobody is able to find it out.
Give me a minute, ma'am. Don't feel answer.
Okay.
Is it LMN?
Yes, but how is it element?
Yes,
From
ma'am. It is
B
LML.
from B to P, it is 14 digits gap. Again, from
Correct.
X to L is 14. So
Superb. This is a very smart and a very nice way of finding out, Nandini. You didn't go to calculate the remaining. You just stopped once you got the answer. The only option that
yeah,
starts with L is B. But yes, it is a very clever and smart move. I really appreciate that. Others,
okay,
you
ma'am.
got the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so the answer is this way. It has in fact, every single letter has a difference of 14 letters. 14, 14, 14. So from here, if you take 14, 14, 14, you will land up with L, M, and N. All right. Yes, and as like how Nandini used, I request you all to use the same smart and clever move whenever it comes to your exams or whenever you're solving such questions. Once you find out the first thing, check for the options. If there is only one option that is related to that and the remaining are fitting into it, make sure that you are not wasting your time calculating the remaining. Fine? Fine with all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
No
Yes,
doubts
ma'am.
in series and analogy?
No, ma'am.
Others?
No doubt, ma'am.
Okay, because we will not be touching analogy again after this. This is the last. Okay, Fine then, we'll move to the last section for today's topic, and that is alphabet quibble. So when it comes to alphabet quibble, you should realize that you are always and always you are having A to Z letters with you. All the letters within A to Z are given, and you guys are given something called as puzzles, or the position of the correct answer or the letter that they have asked you to find out is given through a puzzle. So you will have to figure out with the help of the puzzles. And I think it will not be such a difficult thing because you've solved even more tougher puzzles when it comes to puzzle test. So this will definitely be easier for you guys to solve. So yeah, let's see this. So they've given you letters A to Z. If they haven't given, you need to take all the letters A to Z. Okay. Now they have asked which letter is exactly midway between H and S in the given series. So I think this is a very direct
Is
question
it
they've
M?
asked. How M?
No, it should
Uh,
be M
Oh.
or N, but there is
N,
no,
I
because
think.
they have 10 letters between them. Which should we take as a midpoint? Should we take no such letter?
You are correct, Sahana. So you are right. So how about others? You all landed up with the same thing, or you're still confused? Um, can I get a response if you're still confused or not?
It's clear, ma'am.
Okay, I understand the confusion. Fine. I shall tell it to you. So it's between H and S. So you strike out H, you strike out S. You strike out I, you strike out R. Take out J, take out K. Take out Q. Remove K, remove P. Remove L, remove O. You're landing up with two letters M and N. So if you cancel them, you're left with no other letter. So the answer is no such letter, because you have exactly 10 letters in between in such an even fashion where when you strike them out, you will not find any letter in between. So there is nothing midway. All right. So if by any chance after striking out you found a letter midway, then that should have been your answer.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. How about others?
Understood, ma'am.
Okay.
Understood, ma'am.
All right. So should I assume only Kusum, Nidhi, and Sahana are in the class or are in the session? Others are not? Come on, guys, you really need to be active. You need to tell me if you've understood or not at least. Should I repeat anything or not? Are you okay with this or not? Should we move on to the next one or not? You guys really need to tell.
Understood, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, understood.
Okay. So fine. I hope you have no doubts in the sessions that we've covered today, at least the ones who are new. I hope yesterday's and today's sessions are fine for you all. Okay, so fine then. That's all that we have for today's topic or for today's session. And yeah, with this, we are winding up the complete topic of series, enology, and alphabet quibble. All of these which were pending from the previous sessions, all of them we are winding up. All the categories are discussed. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
So fine then. Okay. Thank you so much for attending today's session, and let's meet up in tomorrow's session.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you so much.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Gai, ma'am.